Hey there. So today we will be learning what is Scratch. Basically, the main thing about this course is that we will be learning how to make our own games. We like to play games all the time. We play different kinds of games, but today we're going to learn how to make our own games. So when we have our website on, which is scratch.mit.edu, I'll be sharing the link. You have to open this website. You can just go on to Google and just type Scratch, and it will open you this first link. You just have to click on it and your website will be open. So in order to start developing our Scratch games, we will have to join Scratch first. As we can see this option of join Scratch, we just have to click on it. It will take us to the sign up page. We have to add a username. Now whatever username we add, for example, I added this. Sometimes it will give an error. For example, right now it's given an error that username is already taken. So I will have to develop another one. So I will name it something else. Now it doesn't give the error. Now I have to add whatever password I want. For example, I will just add another password. Now I will just click on next. I have to choose the country we're in. I suggest to choose the United States of America. Now we have to go and click on next. Where were you born? Just give whatever birth date you want to give. Just click on next. It will ask your gender. Just click, and then afterwards it will ask for your email address. So now what you have to do, just enter your email address over here. Once you enter it, just click on create your account and it will take you to the main screen. Now we're going to be creating our game, but before that we actually have to get to play like other games and see how the games are made over here. So to play the games that is been made by other people, we can go and click on explore. Once we do that, we have different kinds of games available here that we can try out. For example, let me type a name of a game. We can type above also and search games. I have different kinds of games over here. For example, I go on and try this Jurassic Park game. I click on it. We just have to click on the game. It will load the project, and then we have to click on this green flag. Every game on Scratch starts with the green flag. You just have to click on it. As we can see, there are multiple games inside one game. We can just go on and play anything, like the pizza place. Now we can just take, for example, I take this dough and cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, cook it. A game. So there are multiple games over here. If you want to full screen, we can full screen and then play all the games that we want to. And just like this, we can make our own games as well. So in order to make our own games, first we have this ideas panel where all the ideas will be listed. Whatever idea we want, if we want any help, tutorials or anything, we can go on over there. Or if we want to just start making a game, we can create. When we go and create, it will give us a panel like this one. What we have to do is now on the left side we have different kinds of colors over here. We see this is a code panel, and now these are the color palettes. Now in the blue one, it's all about motion, like how will the object move, how will it look, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks. As we can see, there are different colors for each of the panels. Now, on the right hand side, if we see, we have this sprite. Now, what is a sprite? Whatever character we will import inside our Scratch project will be known as a sprite. Now, for example, they give us an already made sprite, which is known as a cat. We can also change this. Whatever whatever block we want to put over here, for example, I want the sprite to move ahead. I want him to move right side. I'll just take move 10 steps. I'll just take this and I'll put it over here. Whenever I click on this, sprite is going to move. For example, I say move 70 steps. I just click on it and it will move more. This is basically block coding. Whatever coding we apply over here, whatever codes, this is going to be block coding. So this is what is happening. can just fix it then. Now we can also change our sprite. Now this white blank space is basically the brain of the sprite, means whatever we tell the sprite to do, we'll just drag it over here and then the sprite will do that. Now for example, I want to change what the sprite looks like. So here we can see it's known as sprite 1. I'll go ahead, click over here in this cat option. I'll just click on it. It gives me different kinds of sprite that I can choose. For example, I want a rocket, so I'll just go on and type over here, or we have different kinds of options above as well. I will just type rocket. It gives me this rocket ship. I'll just click on it and it will come over here. Now if you see, we still have the previous sprite. If I want to remove this one, I'll just click cross on the sprite 1 and I can just put this in the middle, the rocket. Now what we want to do with the rocket, I want the rocket to move upside, because what rocket does is always like move upside, right? So I want it to go into the space, but right now as we see, our background is all blank. So for that we'll have to choose a background. And how will we do that? Beside this sprite option, we have this backdrop option. We just have to click on it. It will give us different kinds of backdrop. Now first of all, I want my rocket ship to be on the land, on earth. So I will just choose a jungle or a forest or something. For example, I get this. I'll just click on it and look, our background is changed now. Now I want this rocket to go up, and as it goes up, my background will change to a space. Now I'll just put my sprite over here. Now every game starts with a green flag, as we saw when we were playing the games. That's why we have to import a green flag option over here, which will be in our events panel, the yellow one. We just have to click on that on the left side, and then the first option, when green clicked. This tells when the game will start. I'll just put it over here. Now every game starts with this, right? Now what I want this rocket to do is I want it to go up as I press space. Now first of all, I have to define the location it is right now. So the position it is right now, I just put it downside. Now I will go into the motion panel, which is the blue one, and I will take the option go to X and Y. I'll just take it and I'll put it over here underneath the green flag one. Now what I have to do, I want this to move whenever I press space. That's why we will go again in the event section, and then we will choose when space key press. I'll just take this and I'll put it wherever I want. Now what I want to do when I press space, I want it to move up. So I'll just make this go up like this a little bit more. And now I will go in the motion panel again, and then I will take the glide. Fly means glide, so this is the glide one. Glide 1 second to X and Y. I'll just take this and I'll attach it over here. Now our rocket is all done. Whenever I press the green option, and then I just have to press space. See how our rocket glides to the above. Now next what we have to do, I want this rocket to go up, and whenever it goes up, I want the background to change to a different kind of background, like space. So I'll just click the green flag again, space, it will go up. I want to change the backdrop now. Now in order to change the backdrop, I'll again go into the backdrop option over here. I'll click on it. Once I go there, I want it to go to space, so I'll just type space, galaxy, moon, nebula. I have different kinds of, for example, I take the space city too. I will take this option, and now what I will do, I'll just click on this backdrop icon below, and I'll go in the backdrop section. I see the code section over here. Now I will put the code over here. Now again, first of all, we have to take the green flag option, which will be in the events. When green flag clicked, I'll just put it over here. Then I have to put the option which is in motion, that switch backdrop to. I'll just take this option and I'll stick it underneath this, and I'll change this one to jungle, because first we want the background to be of a jungle, and then we want it to change to the back space. Now we will go again in events, and when do you want to change the background? Whenever I press space. So I'll just take when space key press, I'll put it underneath it, and then I'll again go into looks and take the same option I took before, which is switch backdrop to. I'll just take it and stick it underneath. I wanted to change to space city, so I'll just click on space city too. Now looks like I'm done. I'll just click on the green flag again, so everything resets. Now I just have to press space, and see, whenever I press space, the rocket goes up and the background change. Now, once we're done with the project, what we have to do, we just come above and we change the name of our project. For example, I want to name my project as rocket ship. I'll just name it, and then I'll go to the file option above, click on it, and then go and save now. Now my project is saved and I can access it whenever I want to. So yes,